Gold is the most famous, desired and mystical metal in the world. People hunt him and risk their lives without hesitation. No one is indifferent to gold jewelry, coins and, of course, gold bars, which instantly enrich their owner. And you'll see how these bewitching ingots are made in this video. You'll learn the production process of the most expensive gold bars in the world and many interesting facts about gold. The production of gold bars of the highest standard begins with refining. To do this, gold comes from different companies and mines to a special plant and is accepted in the form of ingots. But these are not gold bars yet. They contain various impurities such as silver, copper and other metals. The refinery creates from them ingots of the highest standard, like a kind of refined sugar. The first stage is the initial receiving smelting of gold. It is done to find out the percentage of, simply put, understand how much gold is in them, how much silver and other impurities. The ingots are lowered into a special crucible and at a temperature of over 1000 degrees the ingots begin to melt and a clot is formed that turns from orange to red. At this point, harmful gases are released and there is an unpleasant smell. So metallurgists strictly follow safety precautions and work exclusively in respirators. Then the first samples are taken for analysis using vacuum refractory glass tubes. The sampled pieces is sent for analysis to calculate the gold content. After the initial receiving smelting, begins the process of primary, or as the rough melt is also called here. After that, the product is poured into ingots and weighed. Then the smelting process, known in science as the Miller process, begins. At this stage, gaseous chlorine is supplied. It reacts with all impurities and silver. But it does not react with gold. The bulk of impurities and silver form slags. These slags float to the surface of the melt. Periodically they scoop out and remove. At the end of this process, the gold content rises to about 95%. Now the resulting gold anodes must go through a complex process of electrolysis. Anodes are placed in a bath of nitric anhydrous lauric acid. This solution is also known as aqua regia. It dissolves everything including gold. Upon completion of the process, gold is deposited on the cathodes with a percentage of 4 nines. And all impurities remain in solution, that is, in the electrolyte. After electrolysis, the cathodes are removed. The precipitate is washed and dried. The product must be dry, as it is sent for control weighing. Finally, the long-awaited moment of the whole refining, pure melting. The furnace is loaded in batches of approximately 62-63 kilograms. When melting, it uses charcoal, which makes it possible to achieve the maximum purity of gold. Approximately at 1050-1100 degrees gold turns into a boiling liquid and soon it will go to the casting. Gold is finally cast under the flame of gas burners. If there is no flame, then when cooled, the gold begins to shrink and becomes ugly. And with the flame there's a uniform shrinkage and the ingot has a marketable appearance. Poured, cooled, dried. Now it's time to weigh and fill a stigma. The weight of one such ingot is from 11 to 13.3 kilograms, and the purity of gold is 99.99%. This is the international standard. After processing, each such ingot is thoroughly examined and if there is even the slightest defect, then it is again sent to the smelter. After inspection, the ingots go to a special workshop, where they are marked. This is a kind of their passport data for life. Using them, you can track how many owners it had, when it was made, where and from where it is heading. By the way, we already know that a standard gold bar is not at all light. Despite its small size, its mass varies from 11 to 13, 3 kilograms. So do not believe the films in which thieves fill their bags and backpacks with dozens of ingots after robbing a bank. It is impossible to carry such a load. Well, the cherry on the cake. I want to share with you some interesting facts about gold that will impress you for sure. The largest gold nugget was found in 1872 in Australia. The Halterman slab, as it was called, was 144 centimeters long, 66 wide, and 10 thick. This nugget weighed 285 kilograms, of which 83.2 kilograms were pure gold. In view of the fact that after its origin, the Earth was in a molten state, almost all the gold on Earth is in the core. Scientists say that the core of our planet contains 5 times more gold than all the reserves known to man. If this gold covered the surface of the Earth, then the thickness of the layer would be half a meter. Gold is an incredibly malleable material, so much so that it can be forged into almost transparent sheets as thin as 100 nanometers, or thread for sewing. Despite the abundance of bullion and gold items, there is little gold in the world. Modern world reserves of gold are estimated at about 32,000–34,000 tons, and therefore, gold is rightfully called a rare precious metal. Amazing animals, mysteries of history. Watch the most unusual phenomena, people and events on the TV channel Amazing Time TV. Go ahead, subscribe and enjoy interesting videos about amazing things. Link to the channel on the screen and in the description. And that's all for today. If you liked this video, do not forget to like, subscribe to the channel, press the bell so as not to miss the news, and be sure to leave your opinion in the comments. See you in the next issue. Bye.